What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 2 of the Juventus Football Manager 2022 rebuild series. So we've been through a few days now. I had my time away, so I've got back and started to play through up until January, and you can take a look where we are sitting 5th, but quite close, maybe apart from AC Milan. They're taking a bit of a charge at the top. They've only dropped points 4 times, only 1 draw there, 3 losses, 15 wins, clearly been the best team so far this season. But you would take a quick note that we've got a couple players at the top of the average rating and Juan Cuadrado quite clearly. Let's just take a look at him and his current form. You can see 14 games in the league, and then 5 games in the Champions League. But let's hover over here. We'll go to the stats. So we can see it in view here. He's just been very consistent for us, and you can see a lot of the individuals there if you want to, take a look at the dribbling, the headers won, shots on target and all that. But been performing at a very good level, and you can see that's a lot from his creative side, not really boosted ratings from scoring goals, but a bit of defensive play as well, obviously from him. Shows that through his defensive ability, playing right back. We'll go through our tactics, of course. But then also Alvaro Morata, I've been pretty happy with him. He's been smashing in goals. We gotta keep it serious. 15 goals out of 17 starts in the Serie A, 8 goals out of 4 starts, 1 off the bench appearance in the UEFA Champions League. He's firing on all cylinders, to be honest. Playing a bit better than I expected from Morata, but at the same time, I don't mind how he's rated. Of course, there's the optional future fee. 30 million, you'd say for this output, yes, but at that age, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure, because at the same time, he's going to be expiring. He's going to have 1 year left, but you would think they'd renew his contract, but you never know. You just absolutely never know. Not prepared to sell mid-season. I mean, there's an optional fee, maybe towards the end of the season, but anyway. That's such a tricky age. Just turned 29, 1 year away from 30. Natural fitness isn't 13. That isn't amazing, where he's going to hold his ability to the highest. You can already see some, poor training. But it's interesting. And then how we perform in the Champions League, it actually wasn't perfect. It wasn't perfect. We got 4 wins and 2 losses. You see against Porto and Villarreal. So we haven't been at our best. You can see by league position and how the Champions League went. There's still improvements. And we like to focus on the outs with the transfers. This is what we're here for the rebuild. You want to see what we're doing with the transfer business. So we'll talk about the ins, but first off, we'll just go by the moves we made first. So Paulo DYBALA. We know the situation with DYBALA. If you don't know, you're like, why did you sell DYBALA? But if you didn't know, his contract runs out and he doesn't listen to a new contract. So the alternate is use him for the season, then he leaves on a free. So what do you really do there? I say you sell him, and we couldn't get him really for his transfer value. Not bad. You say we get a decent fee there. I tried to negotiate as much as we could, 37 million for a player. Keep in mind, running out of his contract. I say he's a higher value than that. For me, he's 50 million, 60 million. But I thought that makes sense if he was still running out of contract. So I don't know. Because I love him. I would have loved to keep him. But when it's like that in FM, there's no going back. And maybe in real life as well, when a player has his mindset. But I feel when it's in FM, there's no going back from it. In real life, players change their mind, definitely. So I don't know what's going to happen for sure in real life with DYBALA. So can't make maybe a correct statement. But that's not even just a DYBALA thing. That's always the thing in FM. When a player's got his mindset, and it's like a real life thing. It's not like we're a few seasons in. That doesn't happen with regens. They get made to be wanting to leave in the game because Sports Interactive, they try and predict what's going to happen in real life. So they kind of make it tricky in that way. They almost make it impossible to keep him. So that's why we ended up selling him. I'm happy with the amount we got for someone running out his contract and wanting to leave. And then a couple others in Pellegrini, 5.5 million, just small amount. He's 22, so he's on the younger scale, but he's not going to be in terms of that best level. Thought we'd get some money for him. We haven't even used all our money, so that's going to be a talk as well. Then Bernadesque, Federico Bernadesque, another decent challenger in the league, Roma. I say challenger, but they're ninth, so not really. And again, he's one of those types, like he's like a winger, but I don't think he's that absolute top class level. He's decent. He would have been backup, maybe for rotation, so I thought we get money. And part of the rebuilds, yeah, he'll be one getting out, and we'll be, hey, because of that, we only really bought one main player, at least in the first team this season. So Andrea Carboni, he's not someone I searched for, wanted to sign. You're like, that potential, why did you sign him? All right, so he's 20 years old, so he is younger. 3.5 mil. If we go over to the club and we go to our affiliates, and you know there's a hell of a lot. So Cagliari, along with quite a few, we got a first option to buy players from them, and Arsenal put a bid in, and I thought that was like incredible. We had an option to match it. So many times I just ignore those. And in my history of playing Football Manager, let me know if you guys are the same, I rarely would, make that bid, like where you can, because you're not really looking at that player or even in that position. But I thought, hey, rebuild, if it ever 20 years old, Italian centre-back. Who's our current centre-backs? Chiellini, Bonucci, 37 and 34-year-old respectively. And I thought, okay, he doesn't have the highest potential, and we let him go back on loan for a season where he's going to play regularly, not playing the best, to be fair, 6.46 rating in the league. So, but he's going to get games, and what I see is he's 20 years old. If I can see this heading, even if they just go by up 1, that's 16, then that's 15. If they go up by 2, that will be it. Yeah, he'll start to look really beefy in his attributes when he starts. Yeah, when some 15s get up to that 16, and it turns to the green attribute, right? Then you're like, you start to, rub your hands together. This guy looks all right. But, he is, that for me, that's not really much of a risk. That's a 3.5 million signing. That's what I thought in the time. He's not going to be world class, but hey, that's a good fee. And he could be a bargain signing, potentially. So, yeah, that's why we went for him with the first option. As I said, I probably wouldn't have went out. If I just saw him, came across him, I probably wouldn't have made the move. So, shout out to Arsenal, I guess. I can see him being a type of signing Arsenal make, who's not the top level, but a prospect. But who we spent the money on, we said we needed an attacking winger, and that was probably thinking we were going to sell Bernadesque, but we ended up selling DYBALA. When we did the first episode, I didn't think about selling DYBALA, but I realized, okay, we don't want to take a loss on DYBALA, basically let him go on a free, but we want some money to spend as well on our own signings, and we needed to make someone like a Miguel Damsgaard, or we just would have blown our budget and had 0 left. We want some into January, as we touch on right now. Yeah, and he's very talented, and I think for his value, look at his value right now, guide value 37 million to 42 million. Let's go again, 25. Like, I was actually surprised, guys. His guide value at the point in time was 30 million. I put 25 million and it got accepted. I'm like, wait, could I have even got him cheaper? I don't know, guys. Experiment yourselves if you can get him cheaper. But I'm like, damn, maybe I could have got him cheaper. I offered 5 million less than his minimum guide value. So yeah, who knows? But maybe he's one wanting to leave. I had Rafinha in mind from Leeds, and obviously familiar with Rafinha in the Premier League. But his value a bit more, we know. Just to show you, we did in the first episode, he's injured right now. He's 25 years old, so a little bit older, and you can see his guide value, and he was harder to sign. We're not even interested to make that move. But yeah, you can see he wouldn't be cheap at all. And as I said, Damsgaard's younger and he's got potential. So the level he's playing at right now, and not even a starter for kind of a reason, we'll mention. And another reason why we probably don't even need too many wingers at least, but not as many as usual, giving away the tactics that we'll get into after this. But he's got really good upside with that potential and the value we signed him for as well. Now we just go over and I'll show you, we've got about 30 million. You're like, I could have probably made another signing, but if we go over to the squad, and I'll just show you right now with the average ratings, who's been overall best. Moise Kean, very excited. Yeah, like he's on the thumbnail. Like for me, he's someone to be excited about as the up and coming striker. And again, we'll see featuring our strikers in a bit. KO. Talked about him, he was really good last year in FM21. I'm still wondering about his development this year. We haven't used him a lot, unfortunately. It's just been the way it is because we've been prioritizing results. And he's, 2-star ability right now. You can see that. We've got to find a way to develop him, I suppose. That's all part of the challenge. So let's get into the tactics, and we got to talk about this. You're like, oh boy, this is a unique tactic. Definitely. Formation especially. But yesterday, actually, this popped up on my Twitter feed, another FM content creator. Be sure to go follow and all that good stuff. Subscribe on YouTube. But I just love the look of it. Have you guys ever seen that? Because I'm not someone who's been, like, you go to searching for best tactics, but more so a fun tactic that's, yeah, like, look at this asymmetric. You guys know. I was so curious to see how this plays. And I love, trying to find some beautiful football. And, honestly, it has been pretty fun. It's been pretty fun to use. I want to do some of that, like, myself, not in main series, but I want to start to discover, like, these unique tactics, because that's this is a fun part of Football Manager, like, just messing around with tactics and all that. So, to see how this plays will be really, really interesting. So, there's no individual player roles or player instructions specifically, but getting the players in the right roles is very, very important. And I haven't used a system like this. So that's something that really drew me to it. And the fact I found, my players could quite fit this well for the most part. So we're going to see how that's going to play today. Another league game, that is against Venezia. They are in 16th. So we should, it's a game we see ourselves as winning. From their point of view, they're still trying to escape the relegation. So we should be winning this game. And okay, match day. Here we go, tactical meeting. If you guys watch my videos a lot, if you're new though, if you normally watch my videos, we go with the opposition instructions all the time generally. So we just filled up the bench there. Obviously, there's a few players that could get a bit more playing time. We just got to see how we're going to, keep that. Like, it's pretty good squad. Pretty good squad right now. That's the thing with Delict. I've been rotating, as you can see, 10 games started in the league. There's a lot of experience between Chiellini and Bonucci. Chiellini, I feel like maybe he's been starting to slow up a little bit. Maybe it's a time where you manage him, and like he and Bonucci, like, it's no surprise they have a great connection. Delict does as well, to be fair, so can fit that role. Even with Locatelli here, you can bring in McKennie. Like, look at all these other. You got Ramsey in there, Rabiot. There is Damsgaard. See, rotating. He'll rotate with Chiesa. Like, this is not a bad squad. This is not a Champions League and rebuild finishing squad yet, but I think at least for the first season, it's working. And there's certain players that we got to think about, replacing still. But I think for season one and consolidating, it's good for the time being. Like, there's some good depth in the squad. Having that player as the playmaker, even like McKennie, the guys we have got, like Rabiot, you got Artur as well. Like, there's a mix there. I just put Locatelli back, and that's why he's been starting, because you can tell he's a bit better. I was just trying to show you, overall, we can make a lot of changes, but we don't have a classic playmaker, you could say. Locatelli, he's very good technically, but he can be an all-rounder in midfield. But, it's just showing you the depths of our team. So let's get into the game. They're in 18th place, and see by the form, we're first. So hopefully we continue that and push on. So you can see early we are demanding a lot of possession, 60 plus. Oh my gosh. Why did it have to be this game? Like, why are both kits black, FM? Like, can I do anything to control this? No. So, you can't control kits. You don't choose the kits. So, please not focus on that, because I can't control that. Cheers, FM. There's a slight difference from their backs, but as I said, I can't control that. I'm intrigued, though. I'm intrigued. Go to 2D Classic. 2D Classic was always better. Get up in the comments. 2D Classic better than 3D. We're going to do it for this episode because we can just tell, and I've always liked 2D Classic better, man. It's just, old school. Old school. If you're an old FM player, you know the feels. You know the feels of 2D Classic. But at the same time, here we are not seeing a whole lot. I think because we haven't... Man, we're changing so much. We're going to go extended just because we haven't seen a lot yet. Just in gameplay. Like, overall... This has been so weird. Hey, FM can bring these moments. All right, dressing room. Thrash arms, unacceptable. But I feel like I'm almost raging. Not raging, but... Yeah, whatever. Let's go. My feelings towards the game. But it also could be because you need to download the real kit. So maybe that clashes with what the game is feeling. So anyway... We're not going to see anything there. All right. Let's see a bit. Let's see a bit here. Bonucci does well. Chiesa. Alexandra, who is on a yellow card, you've got to be careful of. Chiesa. Alexandro, wait. Oh, that's going to be a foul. Let's see what we do from this. Oh, they're checking if it's a penalty. See, when it's in 2D, it's always conjecture. You don't know what's happening. Penalty. Quadrado's going to take it, though. I wonder if we're going to get a chance. Wow. So now Alexandro. Oh, that looked like a good ball. Second attempt. Corner. Alexandro. Not quite. Bentanka, nah. Delict. Locatelli. Okay, we're getting a bit of game going now, aren't we, guys? We're getting a bit going. Locatelli. Delict. Chiesa. So this is what we look to do. Keep the possession. And look at this. Beautiful football. Not quite. I think, like, a goal is surely coming here. Something... Oh, hold up. Because we do play with a higher tempo as well. Like, literally the highest you can select. Oh. Not quite. I think we're going to go a shout. Demand more. Because, yeah, I think we deserve to take a lead right now. XG is real solid. You know, we're dominating possession. Look, 16 corners. I'm a bit disappointed we haven't taken... Like, you know what I mean? I'm a little disappointed. So let's take a look at performances right now and who we could bring on potentially. So something I do in this situation. So this is where I make my own changes anyway. So this is where we switch things up. Bentancur, well, to be fair, I haven't used Arthur a lot. So we need to get his fitness up. This might not be the game for it. Or Arthur, if you want to pronounce his name. Yeah, push up McKennie and switch up a role. And he could be like a box-to-box type. And yeah, we can get a bit dangerous here. And then we're just going to go, yeah, we're going to be more direct and hit crosses in. Just get more direct play. See, I do this in almost like majority of games, maybe every second game or two. So yeah, it's definitely an altering tactic. And then Chiesa will go inside forward and put him on attack. And then also, yeah, this one, I'll go complete wing back and attack. So as I said, we like to switch things up. And let's see. Can we freshen up a bit? Okay, highlight. Let's see. This should be, Matt. We got to win this. Win this header. Quadrado, who's been amazing, as you've seen. But now, Szczesny's a good keeper, makes the save. We'll be disappointed if we don't score today. Come on. Locatelli deals with that. All right, look at this. Get a tackle in. We're waiting for this. Here's Haps. Quadrado dealt with. Yeah, it might be one of these intriguing games where we feel like, okay, highlight. We feel like we should be taking a lead, and maybe we're eventually going to break them down with this chance. McKennie, Kulusevski, who's a great player. See how he didn't waste that chance shooting outside the box. And again, Morata, that was a great chance and maybe should have converted. But you see so many times in FM, when you're outside the box there, they take that shot, waste it. We have that option there, so they preference to play it out wide and create something. Unfortunately, that time it didn't lead exactly to a goal, but you get the logic. Again, Cuadrado having an amazing game. You see a trend, don't you? Like, he's standing out here. Probably take Locatelli off. You see we're kind of preferencing subbing on. Let's bring on Arthur here and see what he can do because, yeah, he's creative, advanced playmaker. Yeah, exceptional passing. You guys know his ability. I was just thinking. Morata, this game is one where he hasn't. Damsgaard. And then we switch Chiesa. Chiesa could play up top as well. And yeah, Damsgaard over on the left. I'm a bit disappointed. With this one here. 2xG. 0 goals. Yeah, a little it's you get these games sometimes, eh? Last 5 minutes or so. Can we get a breakthrough? You had to make that. To be fair, that's close to one of the better chances for the game. Like the whole game. We had 8 on target. That's pretty tough. Pretty tough that we haven't got the breakthrough just yet. Ramiro in goal has been very good and has prevented us. Credit to him. Nah. Johnson. They'll get Cuadrado. A player who's played a good game to give away a penalty right at the end. Like, don't give it. FM, please don't give this. Please don't give this. Penalty awarded. You see, I don't really... okay. And he gets a red card. No point. No point now. It's a bit of a dull end, isn't it? It's a bit of a dull end, but let's see how it finishes. And it's a goal. My God. Hey, we get FM'd. We get FM'd for the game we play on camera. Lovely. Lovely. And we'll see a replay. Just, stock standard penalty. And I knew it was going to be always fishy when the kits were exactly the same in 3D at least. But stats... They'll probably might get another one here. Yeah, very defensive when you need a goal. Excellent suggestion. But anyway, that's been one thing in these rebuilds I've done. Like when we did it with Barcelona as well. I felt myself not raging as much because it's more about, we're focusing on the rebuild and we still want to win games, don't get me wrong. And I think we played pretty well and we didn't deserve that result. But yeah, these games happen. We're not complaining about it too much, but yeah, we just move on from that. Just another game. Cuadrado banned, but you could tell at least off the stats. I don't think we got enough gameplay. Yeah, that's why we put it in extended in the end. But yeah, I think... Oh, this changed up. Let's just put league table there for the time being. Yeah, sometimes that... Yeah, refreshes and whatever, but yeah, don't worry about that. We'll sort it out. Anyway... Quite a bit with the transfers going on, so yeah, we'll just put on overall. For now, just put squad status. I don't usually have that there. Just we'll go back and change all that. But anyway, that's where we're sitting from now, and we are going to do the next episode when we get a youth intake because you know how I explained that. We are going to, we're going to see how long this is going to take, and maybe a first season of getting 1 or 2. Potential players, or it could just be a bad youth intake as well. There's every chance that could happen. I'm pretty disappointed with what we saw. I knew what we were... Yeah, it's in a different way here, but we're just going to go over to there. Yeah, upcoming fixtures, recent results. I knew you just felt something was missing. And personally, we'll go hard in the Champions League, but I'm not expecting to make the final. Man United is always tricky to beat in Football Manager. But yeah, we'll see how we go. Next episode we'll do with the youth intake. It depends when it does arrive. We might see some initial feedback. It says average intake and there's 4 A's, so that's going to be interesting. Though, yes, it is due to come in March, so we'll look for that to come up next and, yeah, see who we get. And hopefully just pick up some form. We have had some inconsistencies. We haven't been dominating this season, but we've had some very good players, like we've seen. And like you can see with the player stats, Morata smashing in goals, Cuadrado. You got a hint of Cuadrado until he got that sending off, which wasn't so familiar for him. But yeah, we'll leave it at there. Leave a thumbs up for more and daily and regular FM videos. I'll see you guys next time.